Correct.
It'd be tough. But, I mean, I guess it would make sense for him to keep the belt through the release of that film. I mean, wasn't that the initial plans when Batista won the Rumble to coincide with Guardians of the Galaxy? Here's Dave Batista at all these press events with the belt over his shoulder.
Right, I think that was part of the idea. I think WWE likes to capitalize on things like that, which is smart.
Yeah, no critique. I mean, I'm glad it didn't work out for them, but it made business sense.
Right, sure did. Hey, that's all I've got. You know, I feel like it's a kind of a weird show again. We don't have any of the music playing, none of that fun jazz.
Right, you posted up on Facebook earlier, and I saw where Sting has revealed that he needs neck surgery following of course the Night of Champions match with Seth Rollins. I think two things, or one thing of note from that, and then one question from it is, the thing of note is that, you know, he admitted that it was, you know, his fault that he got hurt. So many people, a lot of people have wanted, I think, to blame Seth Rollins and say that he's unsafe in the ring and things like that. But it was Sting's fault. He didn't tuck his head. You know, he didn't even, you know, the first one he took it incorrectly. And then going into the second one, he was like, you know, make sure your chin's tucked. And then somewhere in the execution of it, he screwed up again. The question coming out of this is, you know, now that we know he needs neck surgery, and whether you're talking about a fusion, which he doesn't think it will be, has Sting wrestled his final match ever?
Yeah, I think he has. I don't think he has much to prove. It's a shame it was the way in a spot that really didn't mean anything. He obviously was never going to win that belt in that spot. That he's never really. I don't think he's ever going to have his WrestleMania, match or moment outside of darn it. I really wish he would have had another go at it at WrestleMania 32. I think he can play a role in 32, but clearly not going to have a match with getting neck surgery this close.
Yeah, I don't think we see him again, unfortunately. There was so much that, we wanted to see back in the day, and I think to see it now wouldn't really do it justice. So it's probably better that he doesn't try to come back for it, but it's still unfortunate that, a legend has to retire probably before he wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think, at age 33, a neck surgery of any kind could be, career threatening and could put a guy out at 50 plus. I don't see him ever wrestling again. It's unfortunate because I don't think he was ever going to go on a long extended pay-per-view run or anything like that. But I think in Texas, I think he started his career in Texas. I just think that it would have been on that big of a stage would have been very cool to see Sting. No matter who it was against. I don't think it was ever going to be The Undertaker, I didn't want it to be. I just don't. I'm with you guys. I don't see him being able to return from an injury like this.
And Jim, you also broke the news about the Daniel Bryan story that came out a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on that? And that saying that he kind of feels like his WWE career may be over, but that his wrestling career is not. Would you like to see him return to maybe a Ring of Honor, something like that? And how big would that be? If he is cleared, and I don't know the details of everything. Is it a WWE doctors are not clearing him? But whatever it is, if he feels like he could still go and it's his body, and there are doctors that are clearing him, how huge would that be for a company like a Ring of Honor, a Global Force Wrestling, a TNA, to score something like that? And how many eyes would that put back on the independent wrestling scene?
Yeah, from my understanding, he has been cleared by his personal doctor. The WWE doctors are not clearing him to return to the WWE. And I think that's something that has been somewhat known for a while. So this news that that his WWE career may be over, but saying that he doesn't feel his wrestling career is over, doesn't come as a huge surprise to me. Where he might end up, Ring of Honor, Japan, I don't know. Wherever he lands up, it would be huge, I think. Because you're talking about a guy whose WWE World Heavyweight Championship run was, huge, and it was a huge moment at WrestleMania, and it was cut short. And then he came back and we had such this high hope for it, and he won the Intercontinental title. And we thought that he could do the same thing for that kind of Cena was doing for the, or could do for the U.S. title. And then, of course, that was cut short. So, I think if he could come back from this, and if he goes to Ring of Honor, you want to talk about putting eyes on a product or New Japan, or I don't think it would happen, but TNA. I mean, if he can end up in any of those, I think it all of a sudden, it's not like a Kevin Nash or a Hulk Hogan or, I hate to put it this way, but even a Kurt Angle going to TNA. Everybody looks at that and goes, oh, okay. Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson lands somewhere, I think it would have a huge impact, no pun intended, on whatever company he would land with.
I think it's a work.
You think it's a work?
Pick it up.
I think it's setting up for a Rumble return.
Okay. If that's what it is, if the WWE is doing that, that would be awesome. I would actually applaud the WWE for doing that, because that would actually really surprise me.
That they use their news outlets like the WWE.com to further storyline. Is that what you mean?
Well, I just think that that they would use something as as serious as the injuries that Bryan Danielson had to for work. I think that is what would surprise me, not that they would use their own website for it.
Okay. All right. Matt, I like your take on it. I hope you're right. I really do. That was our TLC rundown. Actually, we were done with the TLC rundown. What the hell am I talking about? Let's get off that crap pay-per-view. Can't wait to watch that this Sunday, obviously. Starts at 7 o'clock on the WWE Network. You can watch it there. You really shouldn't spend more than $9.99 for it, because, trust me, folks, probably won't be worth it. I guess that's all I have for you tonight. Is that all we have?
Wait, one last thing real quick.
Bring it in, Matt. Let's talk about it.
Just out of curiosity, have either of you guys considered purchasing any of the WWE ugly sweaters?
No.
If they made them in fat enough sizes, I would probably buy one of them.
What size does it go? Oh, well, this Warrior one.
I think it only goes up to 2X.
Medium.
And
I can't wear that.
That hasn't fit me since, like, the 7th grade.
But you would purchase one if they had them in your size?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not a sweater. Jim, when the hell was the last time you wore a sweater?
I think they are sweatshirts. I don't think they're actually a sweater.
Yeah, they are sweatshirts.
Still, you wear shorts into, like, March.
I pretty much wear shorts year-round. But I own sweatshirts.
Okay.
And in the coldest of months, now the last 2 winters, I have had to abandon the shorts for a prolonged time because it was so freaking cold. But I would probably have gone with either the Fight Owens Fight or the Suplex City Ugly Holiday sweatshirt if I was skinny enough to have been able to purchase one.
I'm looking now. The only ones they have available in a size bigger than a small is the Nikki Bella Fearless one and the Brie Mode one. So it looks like Matt won't be buying one either.
So none of us will be rocking the WWE Ugly sweatshirts.
Unfortunately.
No. Like I said, I got the Ric Flair T-shirt from 80stees.com. I think they even had a couple more, or at least one more WWE Christmas T-shirt. They had an Ultimate Christmas, an Ultimate Warrior one up there at 80stees.com. That one is not as cool as the Ric Flair one. I did not.
No, that one was lame.
Yeah, it was just like there's just like a cartoon picture of the Ultimate Warrior, and it just says Ultimate Christmas. So those are the 2 on there. I'm sure there's probably some other ones on some other corners of the wrestling T-shirt internet world. Well, folks, that's it. Our time is up here on gscsports.com. Again, you listen to 3 Count Thursday. Follow us along. No, I lied. Before I get to that, let's run through some birthdays. Birthdays since last week, we had Kurt Angle, Michael Cole, Dean Ambrose, and today, on the 10th, December 10th, JTG from Crime Time, Michael Shane's birthday, and S.A. Rios celebrating a birthday today. So happy birthday to those guys. That is all that we have for you. Follow along and make sure you check us out on Twitter at 3 Count Thursday, Instagram. Again, Matt, thank you for the great job you do over there. It's at 3 Count Thursday on Instagram. Our Lady of the Week again this week, sir?
Brittany Blake.
Brittany Blake. Do we have next week's ready? Can we announce next week's on the show? Do we know who next week will be?
Yes, next week we will be featuring our guest for next week, Maria Manick. She'll be our woman.
Okay. All right. And you brought up Maria Manick joining us on the show next week. The 22nd, Chrissy Rivera will be joining us. 22nd, is that right? No, we're recording on the 22nd, dropping the 24th, Christmas Eve. That's when the show will drop. Chrissy Rivera. Deanna Perrazzo, great to have her on the show. She'll be here with us on the 29th of December. And starting the year off right with Nikki Adams on the 7th, January 7th, we'll be joined by Nikki Adams. Again, Matt, thank you for joining us. Jim, I'm glad you called in. I'm glad you're feeling better. You're all sewn back up.
I am feeling much better. Thank you, Ryan.
I never ran down your Twitter. What was your Twitter handle again?
At Big Jim Sports.
Is that what it was? Big Jim Sports. I forgot what that was. Matt, you're a 3CT affiliate. My name is Ryan. I'm at RYN Eagle. Again, folks, follow all of our shows on ngscsports.com, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes. Just search 3 Count Thursday or NGSC. Check us out on the show's website, Spreaker.com. Search NGSC. We're available on all of the podcast apps. I think each and every one. If not, I'm lying them. Again, follow us Twitter, Instagram at 3 Count Thursday, Facebook.com/3 Count Thursday. If you want to get old school, you can email us. It's 3countthursday@gmail.com. Folks, that's all I have for you. Matt, Jim, again, thank you for joining us. Guys, don't forget, girls, everybody, go for the pin.